let me hear. Yeah.
So, to set in the context, some of you, so I think both of you been to not Mind the Gap, the Naked Truth on one or two occasions, and as you've witnessed, there's not been a lot of dudes there for one reason or another. What do you want to say about that? Is it a problem? Is it fine that the place is dominated by females? Do we need them men's interaction?
Yeah, it's a big problem to me because as a woman or as a young girl growing up, a lot of my bad experiences as a woman have been through listening to women. So I would prefer to hear from a man's point of view directly so that I can kind of avoid certain traps.
Okay.
And I think it gives them the opportunity to be open and honest in a space where there's no repercussions because they're not with that woman. But another issue I feel in defense of the men is that often the women don't allow them to speak. They don't allow them to speak, so what can you do, innit? You want to hear what they have to say, but you're still talking over them. So there needs to be that balance. And I think when the men come into themselves and kind of have confidence and have that kind of authority to manage the space, it will be better.
You're trying to say that the men have no mouth.
I don't know what happened to their balls.
Oh,
that's what I'm saying. Sometimes
no, that's real. I mean, I've invited quite a few men to come to an event that I think is appropriate. You know, a lot of the men keep on, who I know anyway, talk about single and or some of them talk about how exactly what Ebs just said about women talking over them and all of this kind of stuff. So here's a forum that you can talk your talk. Getting them there is the hard graft. You know what I mean? Like, they'll say yes. You even send them like some of the promo footage so they can see. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of stuff out there for them to see, and they're all keen. And then when it's time for that day, it's like they flake.
Yeah.
So I'm in like
feel
agreement.
Like it's a trap.
Yeah, like I'm in agreement with Ebony in regards of the fact that they do. It's like, where are their balls? It's like they're a bit weighty. But in saying that, Naked Truth itself is an event that I feel is very needed. Anybody who is single, it's a good place to go to. If you're a man, one of the few that are there, there's quite a few women. Some are taken, some are not taken. There's a variety of people out there. You can find befriendment. Yes, befriendment. That's the one. I think it's that environment where people can social and relax and be able to reason. You know what I mean? And that's important.
So on the real, what do you think of men today?
We need some more men. Sorry, men.
Too many girls.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. What do I think of men today?
Okay, don't do that, darling. Yeah.
If I'm really, really real.
Because, you know, that men will be watching this and it's time to get naked. We need to be raw and real and honest, and I just want more men there at this event. So maybe the men listening, will really know how you females feel.
I think some people are still trying to work out if they're a man or a boy still, to be honest. Like, that's me being very real. And anybody who's offended by the words that I'm using, then if the cat fit, then they should wear it. So I'm not calling anybody a boy, but I'm saying that some people are still trying to differentiate from their movements. But if I'm really real, when it comes down to important events, social gatherings, where are the men in general? Like, men are scarce. Women always come forward, you know what I mean? And I don't see enough men can talk. You know, like usually they say women can chat, you see? Women talk. But then when you check it, I hear a lot of men talking. I don't see a lot of men doing. That doesn't mean there's not no men out there doing stuff, but there's not enough.
But not even the doers are there. Like, there's no men. It's like not even
like I said,
not even the alpha males. Like where they at?
Well, I can't answer where they're at. I know where I'm at. I can only talk for myself as an individual. Like, it would be lovely. I embrace men. I love men. You know what I mean? So I love black men. So that would be very real. So for me, it would be really nice to see more of them stepping forward, coming up, and, you know, having their voice heard, supported, and also challenged. Because I think it's important for both male and female to be able to challenge each other respectfully.
Yeah.
What about you?
For me, I feel like some of the men that I've been into contact with, they lack confidence and self-belief, and that could just be through their time of growing up. It could be people speaking negatively over their life and them starting to believe that and not stepping up to the plate. But
Go home now.
I'm quite, I don't know. I feel
Come.
I think I'm going to say neglected. I feel abandoned
Oh,
by the
dear.
men.
Damn.
I really do. It's actually heartbreaking, like how I feel.
I'm glad
And
you used those words.
that's how
like,
I feel.
Neglected. That's a
I do.
abandonment.
Because I see them, but then I see the potential that they have. They don't see it.
Oh, what's the potential that you have?
It's the potential to be leaders, to be teachers, to elevate our community.
Don't we do that
to
already?
Providers. I
What?
haven't seen.
Pardon?
Do you know what?
Did you say
I
it?
see it.
Oh, go away.
I see it in men that are not closely associated to me. This is the thing. So
Okay.
it's outside of me.
I
So I will always believe that it's possible. You know, you have that saying that all men are the same. I don't believe all men
that.
are the same.
I don't believe that.
But if I'm looking at positive role models, then I would say, yeah, okay, all men are the same because they can reach to that potential. But why are you not? So that's my issue.
I see a lot of laziness, to be honest.
But then as women, that's what we'll pick out.
Hold on, no,
Pick out
I'm
the
just saying,
negatives.
I'm just saying, I can only go from the lack of what I don't see, innit?
Yeah.
So if I don't see him coming forward, you understand, like, you can go forward to chase or go look, yeah? But when it's time to combine and marinate and discuss and I don't see, I see laziness
So do you
or selection or selectivity.
So do you think this, what I'm saying now, is an excuse that as women, we tend to take the reins of things, even though we want the men to step in, we take the reins and control because we don't trust them. Is that an excuse or is that a fact?
I think women have a tendency to do that. Most women have a tendency to do that.
don't know how to
control.
let go.
Don't know how to let go, want to take control. But then at the same time, like for instance, I gave an example. When I turn around and I give an invitation, because I've listened to you, not me, this is me, I've listened to you, my brethren, my brothers, and I'm saying, here's something for you. This is what you said you wanted, here we go, give it a go. And to be honest, if you're not coming forward and taking up on that invitation, then what can I do for you?
Well, for me, what works is that I don't even invite, I request the pleasure of their company on a specific day, and I will produce the ticket for that specific person and say we are going somewhere, and they will turn up and they don't know where they're going.
But you know
they
what?
won't.
Women are ginos. Yeah? Because what some women were doing is some
Buying
women
the
will,
bed tickets.
they will buy men's tickets. So,
But the men's tickets were available, so
Yeah,
and they didn't go nowhere.
but say they were coming, because some men are known to come lastminute.com. The women dash their dogs, isn't it? So boy, some women are just a bit too, you know what I mean? Ginos. But yeah, I just think that men need to come forward. There are some men coming forward, but not enough. Not
Okay.
enough. And we want to hear their mouths, want to hear their words. Some people, when they talk, like I think if you
Maybe they need an
incentive like what?
massage.
Someone said we should do men 3 before 12
Before 12 where?
or 3 before 8, or you know what they do in the raves for the
Or
females,
cocktails.
No,
or
just
3
come
cocktails for
free.
men.
I mean, not cocktails. Men don't drink cocktails, I believe, but they drink.
110. No, to come free. Come free.
Come free.
Entry.